really cover election news often. And the reason that I don't is because there's enough content creators out there that are stirring the pot. But one thing I want to bring everybody's attention to is the fact that in this election cycle, everybody's talking about tariffs and Donald Trump. T and T. Yeah, it's pretty explosive because Canada doesn't have any other problems, right? Like, we're not sitting in government at the moment. We have a failing healthcare system. We don't have enough doctors. Our education system, our kids can't read. And our roads are falling apart. So our infrastructure is dwindling away. Pipeline leaks and bridge accidents and ferries are decommissioning and all kinds of stuff that are going on in our beautiful Canada. And yet all we talk about is tariffs and Donald Trump. Yeah, isn't that just amazing? Because what happens when we do elect our next leader? I was going to say select our next leader. What happens when that happens? Well, what happens is, are we going to get to work? Are we going to fix all the problems? Or are we just going to keep talking about Donald Trump? Yeah, because you know what he's done is he's shaken the core of our whole world. Nobody wants to invest. Capital investors, wow, they're like little turtles with their heads stuck in their bodies. Or ostriches with their heads stuck in the sand. Canada, it's mostly rock, limestone, if you will. And yeah, well, it's kind of hard to get your head in there. But they're trying to smash our heads right against it. But the fact of the matter is that Canada's got a lot of problems. And the more problems that we have, the more entrepreneurship we're going to need. Entrepreneurs, the ones that solve problems. Right? Politicians look for problems. Entrepreneurs fix those problems. So as the election cycle nears to a close and the dirt starts flying, because there's going to be a shitstorm in the last week, and I just want to keep you guys up to date on that. But what's going to happen is that the entrepreneurs are going to save us, man. And if you're not an entrepreneur in Canada right now, you should be, because entrepreneur doesn't mean you're selling shit. Nope. It means that you're fixing problems, problem solving, if you will. And you can start off by solving little problems and then work your way up. You don't have to dive right into the deep end. You can just work your way in slowly. Just the tip, I like to call it. The fact of the matter is that the entrepreneurs are going to save Canada, because if we look to our leaders, all they're going to feed us for the next 4 years, I promise you this, is Donald Trump this and Donald Trump that. At the end of the day, unless you're playing a trumpet, none of it's going to make sense to you. I want you to start looking at what else the news cycle is bringing you. What kind of news are they talking about? Are they talking about how they're going to fix stuff? Or are they just pointing fingers? Because that's interesting, because you can point all the fingers you want, but unless you start using your biceps along with your brain, nothing will change. And if they could have changed it by doing the stuff that they were doing, they would have done it by now. So they obviously don't have a clue. There you have it.